Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Today's hearing is about a simple principle. Consumers deserve to know who they're buying from, and they deserve confidence that the products arriving on their doorstep are safe. As more commerce moves online, and increasingly through platforms controlled by our foreign adversaries, we must ensure that our consumer protection laws keep pace. I'm pleased that the committee is discussing my draft of Stop the Fraud Act, which gives consumers greater transparency when shopping online marketplaces controlled by foreign adversaries and helps hold those marketplaces accountable when they repeatedly put consumers at risk. Mr. Castro, I'd like to start by going back to you, specifically about the Stop Fraud Act. It seeks to address harmful practices by Chinese online retailers. Based on ITIF's research on this issues, are there some, would you share for us some of the key harms, some of the principal things that you are concerned, the risks that these Chinese marketplaces pose to American consumers, and why Congress should be concerned?
Yes, thank you for the question, and thank you also for your leadership on this legislation. In our research, we found that these Chinese online platforms are, sometimes turning basically a blind eye to the piracy and counterfeits being sold on them. And what's, I think, so concerning as a consumer is that oftentimes these listings that you'll see, they use legitimate images. They use legitimate descriptions. So there's no way as the consumer making the purchase to know that the product is fraudulent until you receive it. And sometimes you receive it, and even then you can't tell that it's a counterfeit because it's a very high quality counterfeit. And there are significant risks involved because these are products that it might involve skincare, it might involve medicine, it might involve toys, or it might just involve hurting the brands and reputations of American companies. And so it's really important that I think we have platforms that consumers can go and purchase from that they trust. I'll just emphasize that I think one of the biggest, most important things here is that we don't have reciprocity in the US. We have these Chinese companies, they're selling into the US market, but we don't have US companies selling into the Chinese market. And that's a huge issue that we should address as well, and I appreciate that your bill does that.
And you just touched on something that I think is an important distinction. I think many people associate counterfeit products as an intellectual property problem, and they think about the manufacturer as the person that's the injured party. But when you're seeing things like skincare, medicines, other things, clearly there can be direct physical harm to consumers. Isn't that right?
Absolutely, and we also looked, for example, at some of the recalls that CPSC did, and we saw, they'd recall a particular product, and Amazon and eBay and these other sites would take them down, and then we would go and we look on some of these Chinese sites, and they had the same products, and they hadn't taken them down. And you, of course, as a consumer, they might not even go to the CPSC site. So all they know is Amazon's not selling this, but look, I can get it over here. And it's a product that's dangerous that our government has said shouldn't be purchased, but it's still available, and that's a huge problem.
And Mr. Hewitt, I would like to refer you to the PAC Act and discuss the PAC Act briefly. From the perspective of companies that serve consumers nationwide, what challenges does the state-by-state approach to claims for recyclable, reusable, and compostable materials create for providing clear, truthful information to consumers? And why is it important for consumers to have confidence in these claims that they will mean the same thing regardless of where they are living or located? Would you tell us about that?
Yes, thank you for the question. With respect to the PACT Act, it is seeking to solve a very simple problem, and that's to eliminate the uncertainty that consumers face when looking at a packaging item and deciding whether or not, or making a determination whether it's recyclable, reusable, or compostable. And having a simplified recycling process with standardized definitions is going to ultimately reduce the amount of packaging that goes into landfills. It's going to save consumers money, and these definitions and the certainty they provide are going to provide businesses with the confidence to make domestic investments into our recycling infrastructure.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I yield back.